Thanks. So, before we get to today's project, well, the new project, sorry, just want to mention, I've been working on the title card and everything. It's not quite complete. I've been running into a few different issues, morale-wise, and I'll at least show what I've got, but I still need to do a bunch of shading, a bunch of detail in the background. So, essentially, due to a particular scene within the game, I ended up corrupting it with a bit of Smash Brawl, and created... Come on. Okay, you could just not show it, that's fine. This. Again, I still need to add some details to the backgrounds, still need to adjust a whole bunch of the line work. Big issue being, like an idiot, I decided to put my final line work in the same layer as my sketch line work. So you're gonna see a whole lot of blue pixels right here, and my morale is just shot. I'll be working on it in the next week, but at least for right now, this is what I've got. Figured I'd show it. That aside, we're starting the new project, Secret of Mana. And, oh boy, I have words to say about this game. Some of them good, some of them not. Yes, it is a classic, Daniel. Also, hello, welcome. And it's not picking up my D-pad. Oh, joy. Couple of moments. Let's see if I can't, like, in front of the T. Oh, yeah, you're right. I should probably, move myself. That's a valid point. There we go. Just shift me over to the corner. There we go. Hello there, Annie Shark. Hope you're doing well. And let's see. I need to adjust my controls because that's an important thing. So, a couple things to mention while I'm doing this. Let's see. Select, start. Y, B, X, A, L, R. No, this isn't my first playthrough. That is actually something I should start with. This isn't technically my first playthrough of the game, and it's still not picking up my controller. Why is it doing this? This isn't my first time in the Mana series at all. Sorry, in the Mana series, let alone Secret of Mana. I do own a copy of this game on Wii Virtual Console. I got maybe 60% of the way through it, 70% of the way through it, but I never finished it for one reason or another. Okay, it is working, never mind. The reason being, we'll get to it, but let's just say the latter half of this game gets really labyrinthine for no particular reason. Let's see. Gotta name our characters to start with. I might just keep it as to what I have on the title card, so in this case, I will at least mention the canon names of each characters, because I figure that's important. Our main character here is named Rondi. And thanks for the follow, Annie Shark. Welcome to Synapse. We host all types of wanderers here, yourself included. Yeah, the canon name for the character is Rondi, spelled as follows. But we're not going to be using that name. We're going to be using others. So, for this one, I believe I'm using Nile, so... Still booping me, huh? Ah, that's fine. I appreciate the boops. So to start with, we have Citri. Using the power of mana, a civilization had grown strong. In time, mana was used to create the ultimate weapon, the Mana Fortress. This angered the gods. They sent their beasts to destroy the fortress. And apparently also my, overlay. A violent war rocked the world, and mana seemed to disappear. Before all was lost, a hero with the mana sword came forth. Though the civilization had been destroyed, the world was peaceful again. But time flows like a river, and history repeats itself. Hey, guys, wait up!
Shh, be quiet. The Elder will find us here and he'll be mad. Yeah, we're not supposed to be here. There's a ghost around. Huh, you really believe that? People say that to scare us. I heard Grandma say something about a shiny object near the falls. That must be some kind of treasure. We have to find it. Help! I'm falling!
Whee! Rest in peace, Rondi. We hope to never see you again. I'm kidding. Favorite of the series is Trials of Mana. Yeah, that makes sense. Trials is really, really good. The remake, it holds up well too, though it does have its glitches, as I am very well aware. Oh, no way to get back up. Now what am I gonna do? And that's how this game starts. Just land in the water, you're off to explore and gallivant. If I remember correctly, we need to head in a specific direction to pick up our big arm. But while we're meddling around with this, there are some things I do want to mention. For one, the engine for this game is used in another RPG, or sorry, JRPG specifically. Secret of Evermore. So if you happen to play that game at any point, then yeah. No! Ox! Why? And hello, morning.
The village is this way.
I have to cut something. I need something to cut through.
Maybe this sword will work.
Remove the sword.
Who are you? What's this sword doing here?
The light! I can't see! A ghost!
Citri, it is I who asked the sword. Say what? You mean this sword?
Reminds you of Alundra on the PS1. Yeah, I could kind of see it. But yeah, Secret of Evermore was only really released in Japan. I think it did get a localization at one point, but it took years upon years for that to happen. The main reason why I bring it up is specifically because many people compare this game to Secret of Evermore a lot, and rightfully so. It uses the same engine, some of the same graphics and everything. The battle style, however, is drastically different. Specifically with the mana system. The mana system in this game is use, it gets powered up, and gets better, but in Secret of Evermore, it's an alchemy-based system, where you defeat enemies, get their drops, and mix their drops to use magic spells. This leads to Secret of Evermore being a bit grindier than most other RPGs, specifically so you could keep a good stock of mana. And speaking of fighting, combat. The part of this game that I don't like. And it's gonna be a good majority of the game, too. You see that meter at the bottom there with my health bar? That is critical for attacks. When it reaches 100%, you will deal full power with your next attack. Otherwise, it's only a percentage. I think it starts at like 5% and only increases from there. According to Wikipedia, there were plans to release Secret of Evermore in Japan, but yep, it did get axed. I don't precisely know the reason why, though. It probably says in the article, actually. If not, that's something I need to research. I like to be well informed on my LPs whenever possible. Gives me more to talk about. But yeah, as you can see right here, if we were to do an empty swing and then that, you can't just spam attacks on an enemy. It's not going to deal all that much damage. Maybe it'll stun them, but at the same rate, maybe the attacks won't register in the slightest. And that leads to a whole lot of issues. Imagine getting all heated in a battle and swinging rapidly at enemies. That's not going to help you. Oh, this on the other hand will. Very rarely, you can get chests from enemies. You can get such things like money, items, and item roulette. We'll see more of that later on. Eat that, Rabbite. Let's see, there is also one other type of attack that we can do, but we can't do it yet because we need more proficiency. And something else. Get over here, Rabbite. Ooh, chest. Because the SNES was at the end of its lifespan. That would make sense, honestly. I could see Square doing that. Among other things. Considering it's Square. But then again, Squaresoft wasn't that bad. It was more Square Enix that turns out. Yeah, you might have seen a quick message pop up there saying my weapon proficiency increased. As you use weapons in this game, you get better with them. This allows you to do charged attacks, which deal more damage, but also have a warm-up timer associated with them. Alternatively, you also just deal more damage with the weapon, period. Get used to grinding up other characters, specifically so you can use some of the other weapons in this game. To use the weapons that you want to use, this game may get a bit grindy. But don't worry, I'll be off-screening some of the grinding, if I can. Because I do recognize that a good chunk of this game is grind. Unlike Trials, where I've pretty much just steamrolled everything. But that's just how RPGs were back in the day. And some of them still are, actually. I don't mind it, just... And made it to our first town. To which there's not exactly much we can do quite yet, and there's a reason for that. We need to talk with the Elder. Citri, you're not hurt. They just told me what happened.
I thought you were a goner. told you it was stupid to bring someone like him along.
You idiots! Weren't you told not to go there? Oh, Citri, what's that you have? No, it couldn't be.
Cool, you found treasure. Way to go.
What have you done? How could you have pulled out the mana sword? It's impossible.
We mana sword? Legend has it our village is finished. If the sword's ever removed, and here it is. It said the mana sword has been protecting our village from disaster. So that's it. That's why all the monsters are attacking us. No? How can an outsider like you bring the sword and yank out the sword and bring doom to us all?
Rude.
Hey, stop it! You did it! It's your fault! You... Please, stop! Earthquake?
And introducing our tutorial boss fight, as standard with most mana games. Can you hear me? Watch how the monster moves before attacking. This guy's gonna have a lot of cheap shots on us. Because he has magic, we don't. Whee! Ugh. And on top of the cheap shots, he can also render us unconscious. Our first ailment in the game. Unconscious units are sitting ducks. What? Yeah, fortunately, you can't die in this one. Imagine being able to perish in the opening boss fight. But no, specifically so you can get used to combat, you will win this period. Remember not understanding combat. Oh, come on, move. Remember, try not to spam the sword like legend. Yeah, exactly. Imagine coming into this game as your not your first mana game, but your second. With your first being Children of Mana on DS. Actually, no, wait. Second or third. Regardless, I'm pretty sure I played Children, maybe even Sword of Mana, before I touched this one. So I kind of already got calibrated into, oh hey, there are combo attacks that you could execute on targets, and it's really super spammy and fun. But no, it's not. It's very segmented and disjointed. Such moment to talk about that. Apparently, people claim Sword of Mana is a really buggy and terrible port of the first Mana game / remake. But I never really had a glitch with it. Ever. Like, if anything, I really like Sword of Mana. That appears to be the real Mana sword. Huh? What? Is it supposed to be pulled out by night? It's supposed to be pulled out by night in times of great trouble. Problem is, you're too young. Something must have happened to the Mana sword.
Here, it's yours.
I'm sorry, but the sword is losing its power and must be re-energized. Only the person who freed it can do that.
And what should I do?
Visit the sage Luca in the Water Palace. She's been protecting these lands for over 200 years. Listen to her advice.
Citri, Elder wants you in his house.
Well, I'll be off. Oh, and my name is Gemma. I'll wait for you inside the Water Palace. Never had a bug either, just the cutscenes are a bit on the long side. Yep, that sounds accurate. They can get a bit overly lengthy.
Elder, we can't go on like this. Yeah, there's no relief in sight.
Oh, Citri, you've really done it to me this time. The reason why monsters have appeared is because you removed the sword. It's settled. We can't let you stay in the village anymore.
If we do, more monsters will come after him. Go! Get out of here! On your way, now!
I don't want to do this, but I have no choice. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the village. You can take what's in the chest downstairs. Some money. Just a bit of pocket change. Wow. But yeah, this is the one opportunity that you get to actually shop in this village. You won't be able to come back here for quite a while. So take advantage of that. If I remember correctly, this guy will be able to sell us some good starter gear to start with. Doi. We could also get some candies for HP, and most importantly of all, the Cup of Wishes. Oh, you can glitch into the village. Good to know, actually. I didn't know that. Let's see. Okay, I'll already start with the overalls. I don't have the bandana, so I'm gonna need to buy that. And there we go. Armor equipped. I should probably buy a couple wishes, but I don't think I need it quite yet. More it's like extra preparation for when I actually do have other party members. But even still, it might also be good to just save my money. When you have teammates, press up and switch characters with the guy who's blocking you. Okay. That's good to know. Nope. Wrong button. Oh boy. And get used to that message. If an enemy gets whacked, that's a crit. Up! Introducing our second new enemy. Lullabugs. These guys are fairly slow. They'll bite you if you get near them. Their big issue, really, they poison you. Similarly, mush booms. They're a bit dodgy, and they do have one specific attack that, like, throws them all around the field and everything. They can be annoying for that reason. They can also poison you too, so... Whew. I'll take that. Oh no! A bomb. Game puts you a little bit upwards every time you switch characters, so you can pass through them with that glitch. Good to know. Maybe I'll try it at some point. Again. Oh, who are you? We came from Pandora to fight Eleni, the witch in the haunted forest. Okay, guess they're a bunch of soldiers. That's Master Dialect. This mission will be full of danger. We'll do our best. There's not really anything else we can do here for right now. Just remember these guys. In the meantime, Water Temple. And continued boops. Talk to the third. I think I could still do that. Let's take care of that quick. Or not. Never mind, they're gone. Shite. Oh well. I'll just have to make do then. So now what? Hey, you! Where's Luca? Hey, how rude. Luca, nice to see you again.
Welcome. What? You mean this girl's 200 years old?
Yeah, Rondi is a bit of an idiot. Get used to that. Luca, monsters are invading the villages. He just fought one.
I know. The ebb and flow of water brings me news from around the world. Mana's power is growing weak. That's why this boy was able to take the sword. When he did, the balance of mana in this area shifted. Monsters revived. There are evil monsters working to steal the power of the mana sword. By defeating them, you can restore it. The power is kept in orbs. Looks like it regained some from the mantis ant. There must be more hidden orbs which hold mana power for the sword. You must find someone who could forge them to release its stored power.
If you talk to the troopers, you'd get... Oh, that's when that scene occurs. Okay, then. I wasn't sure about what triggered that, actually. I remember, like... When I played it back on Wii Virtual Console, I did accidentally have that happen. I thought that was a standard thing. Again, I've only really done one playthrough, and it was like 60% of the way, and I'll fully admit, a good chunk of the time, I think things just happen to line up. Alright, so head to the guy's navel. Make your jokes now. I think there are a whole bunch of, like, bits of secret loot in places. I'm just gonna say right off the bat, don't expect me to get all of them, or even know/remember where they are. Apologies in advance. I don't know how I get back. Oh, wait, I need to get information. What are you scared of?
That is the mana sword, but its power is gone. It used its last ounce of power to summon you.
Why me?
I don't know, but now you need to be the one to re-energize it.
No way!
Eons ago, the ancients used the Mana Fortress in their final battle, but even they couldn't control mana. In the end, it was your sword that saved the world. Survivors rebuilt the world to honor mana. Citri, the Empire must not restore the fortress. Regain the sword's power first, or all is lost.
I do.
Ah!
You must become a hero who's worthy of the sword. Me?
That's impossible.
The Empire must not restore the fortress. Regain the sword's power first, or all is lost. I guess I have no choice. Hold the sword up to the seed. And thus, this area is sealed. You'll be able to gain power from the Monoseed wherever you are. The world has 8 palaces. Visit them all, receive the power from them all. And take this spear with you. Mana Guardians used it long ago. It will grow and regain its power just like your sword. There are likely more weapons like this spear in the world. Find them. First, head to Gaia's navel like Gemma said. Look for the underground palace. To reach it, head south through the realm of Pandora. So we have our first other weapon, the spear. I happen to like spears in games. Mana games are no exception. The spear has pretty good reach, all things considered. I'll be able to show it off more accurately outside. Ow! Hey, thanks, Muffin. Hope you're doing well. Alright, this spear. Decent reach, fairly powerful attacks. We won't be able to use a charged attack with it quite yet, because we still need to build proficiency with it and everything. Actually, it might be in my best interest to do a bit of fighting. Just to do that.
Help! Oh!
Is the game loud, or am I quiet? Worst case scenario, I could tick up my volume a little bit, tick down the game volume a little bit. How's this? And just in case, I'll keep going.
Help! Don't you move. Stay still. You're very lucky. You're going to be our main dish. Let go of me! You look delicious. Ah! Hey, the dancing has already begun. Let's join in. Hey!
Yeah, I think, actually, this might have been how I got this specific scene to occur.
Hey, you! What on earth are you doing, you idiot? Please, help me! Shh, quiet!
We're not eating roast rondi tonight. Maybe tomorrow.
Let's get out of here.
I hate my life. But what are you doing here?
I've been searching for someone. For a second, I thought you were him.
Case of mistaken identity, huh? Well, guess I lose.
Now, wait a minute.
I'm only joking. Look, I'm in a hurry. You better get back to your home. Later.
Hey, wait!
left without even telling me her name. Maybe? Mush boom. Donk. But yeah, while we're on the subject of other weapons and whatnot, there are 8 total weapons within this specific mana game. Each of them have their own strengths and weaknesses. Some of them are just inherently better than the rest. The sword being the all-rounder type weapon, yeah, it's fairly good. And I thought it's one of 2 weapons that can actually do things like chop grass. Get proficient in it, because there are some cases where the Mana Sword may be mandatory for certain fights. But regardless, in the Mana games, there are usually 3 elements of weapons that you need to keep track of. Slash, smash, and stab, essentially. Some enemies may have resistances or weaknesses to one or multiple of these elements. And there are also weapons in this game that count as shot-based weapons too, but that's a separate property. Oh, really? Not in this one? I know it was like that in Sword. I thought it was, like... No, actually, not just Sword of Mana, but also... Legend of Mana, too. Guess I'm mistaken. Okay.